Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that we link with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. The last show of this summer season. We've been here every single day since June, right now here till the 1st of September. And today is transfer deadline day, the last day of the transfers. Just before I get into it, of course, our Champions League group was revealed to us yesterday. Well, you know what my friend said to me? It's not a Champions League group. It's more like we're still in the Europa League. Sevilla, PSV, and RC Lens. I think that's a really, really good group for Arsenal. Gives them a great chance to get out of the group. But still, got to have a great squad to do that. And also, congratulations going out to Eddie Nketiah. Got the England call up yesterday to the full national team. So that was great news for Eddie Nketiah. But today, of course, is transfer deadline day. This is it. The last day of the transfer window. No more chances after today at 11 o'clock to be able to buy any players. That's it. It's shut, and you won't be able to buy any players until January. What you got is what you got. And you can see lots of games coming up now. Champions League games throughout September, October, November, and December. Carabao Cup games as well to be included alongside all the Premier League games. So lots of football to come, and we need a good squad. Let me just remind you of where we are at this transfer window. Signings that we have made so far. Kai Havertz, £65 million. It was a real eye-opener when it happened. The first signing of the summer by Arsenal. Urian Timber for £34.2 million. Fantastic signing, but of course, injured in the first game with the ACL and out for most of the season now. Really, really bad news because he was looking good. Our real marquee signing of the summer, Declan Rice for £105 million when you include all the add-ons. Massive signing, massive player, has already settled in and looking good. And of course, we brought in David Raya on loan. On loan for the season. We can have the option if we want to buy him at the end of that, but no obligation. David Raya on a loan. So 4 players have come in. There's been a mass exodus of players that have left Arsenal. You may not have realized it, but lots and lots of players have left Arsenal this summer. And I'm just going to focus on the main sort of first teamers that has left Arsenal. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, of course, his contract came to an end, so he left on a free. Pablo Mari left for £6 million. Granit Xhaka, of course, £21.5 million to buy a Leverkusen. Austin Trusty, he left for £5 million. Matt Turner, £10 million to Nottingham Forest. Marquinhos went out on loan. Runnison, also the third keeper, he went out on loan. Charlie Patino out on loan as well. Kieran Tierney to Real Sociedad on loan. And of course, following Balogun for £34 million, he went and joined Monaco. And there are still more players that are set to exit Arsenal today. There's loads of players leaving. When you see that list and you hear that list, you're thinking, wow, I didn't even realize so many left. Nuno Tavares, of course, has joined Nottingham Forest on an initial loan. Arsenal get a loan fee of about £1 million. There's a £12 million option to buy him at the end of that loan. Not an obligation, but an option, plus £3 million in add-ons. This has been reported by Fabrizio Romano. Now, apparently, there is a clause in the contract that the option will become mandatory if certain conditions are met. So I guess that's going to be based on how many games Nuno Tavares plays over the season for Nottingham Forest. So there could be an obligation for them to buy, which will be activated possibly by that. So I can't see what other sort of conditions would make that mandatory, because they're not like in Europe or anything like that. So Nuno Tavares, again, another player that has departed from Arsenal. Another one who could leave today is Albert Sambi Lokonga. We know that his representatives have been in talks with Galatasaray, but there are also some other clubs that are interested in him, and he is expected to leave Arsenal today as well on deadline day. No movement yet on Nicolas Pepe. Now, he's had a lot of teams that have been interested in him. Galatasaray, Besiktas, a host of Saudi Arabian teams. But at the moment, still no movement with Pepe. Of course, if he did take the Saudi Arabian route, the Saudi Arabia transfer window does not close until about 2 weeks after the Premier League one does. So a move for Pepe, even though it doesn't happen today, if he was to go to Saudi Arabia, could still happen, even though the transfer deadline day here in Europe will close. Rob Holding expected to depart today. Again, trying to sort out where he goes. Besiktas over in Turkey have been really, really interested in him, but there has also been some Premier League clubs that have been showing an interest as well, expecting him to leave today. But where he goes at the moment, nobody really is dead certain on. Cedric, no offers yet on Cedric. We forget that Cedric is still at Arsenal, has not figured at all in pre-season, has been training away from the first team, you know, so as not to get him injured. Arsenal want to move him on, but at the moment, no suitors at the moment for Cedric. Gabriel Magalhaes, the one that, you know, has been baffling everybody since the start of the season, hasn't been playing, hasn't figured what is going to happen with Gabriel. Well, all the news coming out of Arsenal is that he will not be going anywhere today and that he will be staying at Arsenal, and unless an absolutely ridiculous offer came in for him. Now, even if that did happen, would Arsenal have time to bring in a replacement? That would be the thing. And who would that replacement be of the same sort of standard of a Gabriel? I fully expect him to stay put at Arsenal. But if Saudi Arabian teams did come in, as I said, they got another 2 weeks in which they could try and make a move. But I'd be very surprised if Arsenal let Gabriel leave. And I do expect Gabriel to be staying at Arsenal. Now, Arsenal, you know, speaking a lot about players that are leaving, but who is coming in? Are Arsenal going to make a surprise signing on today, transfer deadline day? They've been known for doing it 2 seasons ago. I remember we bought in Takehiro Tomiyasu from Bologna. That was a bit out of the blue. Remember last summer on deadline day, Arsenal made about 3 attempts to sign Douglas Luiz from Aston Villa. All 3 of those were turned down. This is the danger of trying to do deals on deadline day, especially if it's quite a big player. Teams are like, well, we ain't got time to get a replacement for him. So, you know, last season tried to get Douglas Luiz. In the January transfer window on deadline day, we bought in Jorginho from Chelsea. So you never know. Arsenal may try and make a surprise bid for somebody today. Look out for it. Could it be Eric Garcia of Barcelona? Spoken about him many times on the show. Versatile, can play as a centre-back, can play as a right-back as well. We know with the injury to Jurrien Timber, even though I talked about the 3 outfield signings that we made, really in effect, with Timber being out injured, we made 2. We've only made 2. All those outgoings and 2 signings. You've got to look on it that way because we're not going to see Timber for a long time. So cover for me, I feel that's a priority, covering that area, because it does look a bit light to me. Should be something that's essential. So maybe a possible loan move for Eric Garcia. Let's wait and see. Could Arsenal go back in for Bitello of Gremio? Now, there's been some little sort of rumours going around that he could be a surprise signing on deadline day. Of course, a midfield player. That midfield area is already quite congested. But will Arsenal try and get this move done, because he is a player that's going to be in a lot of demand come January as well. 23 years of age, player for Gremio. Could he be that surprise signing? Or what about Victor Nelson, another defender from Galatasaray? Saw a story this morning that Sevilla made a move for him on loan, which was rejected by Galatasaray. So they may not be willing to do a loan deal, or maybe a loan deal with a loan fee. You know, that might be an option for Arsenal, you know, to put up quite a decent loan fee for a player because they need cover for Jurrien Timber. So listen, a lot happening today. You will not miss a thing. Remember, throughout the day here on AFTV, we've got updates going on all throughout the day, right? So any breaking news on any transfers, whether it be outgoings or incomings, we will go live and bring that to you. Also, we've got a very special show going live tonight at 6 o'clock. It's an Invincible podcast transfer line day special. And we guess as well, we are discussing the transfers. You can join us live on that show as well. So anything again breaking, and as I said, we're here right throughout the day, right up until 11 o'clock with any breaking news. But this is the last transfer daily of the summer transfer window. I want to thank everybody. We've had an unprecedented amount of people watching every day, listening to the podcasts, watching on other platforms as well. The TikToks have been crazy. Listen, I really want to thank you for supporting this show. You know, I love doing it, getting up each and every morning, 7 days a week, right throughout the summer. We've not missed a show. Even when we was away in America, we did our shows right throughout that. And it's all driven by you guys. All the comments, all the, when I see people on the street and they're asking me about the show, really, really appreciate your support. So thank you very much for watching the show. And I'm out of here, but I'm around all day. And don't forget, we'll be back in January with more Transfer Daily. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you.